Ahoy Explorers, I'm Nia, and this is entry number 17 with guestmate number 3. Today I have Paul from Drums and Rums. Welcome, Paul. This is your first time. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me on. It's different sitting on the other side of the microphone now. So I guess I'm going to be on the hot seat. I should have thought it in advance of how to not put you on the hot seat like last on our podcast. So
I actually felt really, really comfortable, so no hot seat was given. So no, we're just gonna have fun today. We have a very, very special bottle. During my travels to Spain, I was able to acquire this bottle. I know we talked a little bit about potential bottles that I should acquire when I went overseas, and you suggested it, so I went with your suggestion. And we're just gonna have a little bit of rum, some fun, and again, try the aroma kit. And if you want to do the honors.
all right, here we go. Well, thank you. And this is a beautiful looking bottle here. I know you're going to get a little bit more into talking about this bottle and this company there. So
Absolutely.
I'm really excited, and I can't wait to try this myself here as well, due to I know a little bit about the history, but so,
He sure does.
so let's see.
Yeah, this one's a tough one.
This is like almost like Christmas morning, you know. It takes you forever to open up that present that you know you're gonna be excited about.
Yeah.
You're fighting with it. All right, I think I've got enough.
Sweet.
There we go.
Okay,
It's
we're
all
ready.
off. Here we go. Woo!
Nice. That's a big one.
That was. All
So
right.
a little bit about this rum. This is Ron Arechabala. It is actually the 140th anniversary bottle released. Last time they released this bottle, I don't know if you knew this, was in 1953, where they released the 75th anniversary. So this particular rum is aged in white ex-bourbon oak casks, American oak, by the way.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And it's aged for 18 years. And you obviously know this, but the people that are rum fanatics, I'm not sure if they know that the owner of Ron Arechabala is actually part of the family that escaped Cuba, exiled to Spain during the Cuban Revolution. And they are the ones that actually started Havana Club in Havana. The great thing and history of this family is that they were doing that in Cuba for 80 plus years, and then they went to Spain, and then they started doing rum in Spain, and their first release was in 1953.
Oh, wow.
So the last time they released a bottle of this caliber was a while ago.
That's
So I'm excited to try this. Do you want me to spoil the notes a little bit, or do you want to be surprised and see what we detect?
Let's be surprised here. Let's see
Okay,
what we
I
got.
cheated this time and did a little bit of research.
Okay, so let's see.
I'll have the
Okay.
upper hand.
And remember, I'm still in training. If you saw our episode, you knew I was still in training.
Yeah, it's episode. Please check out his podcast. I was on episode 63. I'll definitely put all the links below. Also, check out he has Facebook Live on Fridays, which is the week recap, right?
Yep.
And then he also has the biggest happy hour in half an hour, which is so much fun. He has some guests on there, and it's a quick 30 minutes. You have some drinks. Hey, while you're prepping for the weekend, on Friday night, you put up your feet, you get a drink, and you watch Paul.
All right.
So much fun.
And we actually have giveaways too on that our monthly top fan giveaways. So we'll be giving something away coming up here. So you go check out all the Facebook stuff and to learn more about it. So
Cheers. This
Cheers.
smells amazing. Okay, what notes first? Sorry.
sorry, caramel.
Mm-hmm. And the homage of this rum is to Cuba, to the beaches in Veradero. So they claim that the notes in the rum remind them of the beaches of Veradero.
It's got a great smell. actually a little bit hard. It's either it's very well blended, that it's there's nothing. Yeah, I know there's obviously the different tastes and the profiles, but or maybe a little bit of leather. Picking up something. Is it or again? I think on our show that we talked about the tobacco was but very prominent though. I think from the test kit.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree, a little bit of leather.
yeah, maybe that's all I can kind of get from it though. So.
Okay.
So
Cheers.
what do you got?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't want to say what I'm detecting because I kind of cheated, so I feel like
Let's see.
I'm kind of like skewed, I feel like. That's why I don't try to research before doing the testings. A little bit of a hug, not too much.
Yeah, you got to get a little bit in the back there, right? So it's got a nice little, a little bit of heat, which is good, right? Yeah, this is really good. Really good. So it was well worth the wait. Now you've had this bottle for quite some time now.
I know. It's been crazy. So I went to Spain, to Barcelona to visit my brother, and decided to bring some unique bottles back, and this was one of them.
Thank you for bringing it back. So
of course.
So yes, it was. I could definitely see how holding on to this and waiting for this. I guess a special occasion, right?
Yeah. I get to have you on my channel.
Yes, I appreciate.
And then we get to try a new rum together, so
That's
I
right.
have been holding off.
All right, so Jami, if you're watching, again, this is it. This is the rum. I don't think you've had this one. I will be.
Jami from Ready Set Rum.
Yes.
Also check out his channel. Amazing rum reviews as well.
Yes, I think he's. I wouldn't be surprised if he's tried it. So Jami's in very much in the know and got a lot of great rums he's tried out. But we'll see. We'll find out if he's had it or not. I don't know. I've yet to stump him though. But then again, I'm going. So yeah. So what more? A little bit more about this Arechabala or rum have you been able to look up?
So as far as the notes, they claim it has pineapple, cocoa, vanilla. The recipe has been the same since like the 1950s for this. The aging is 18 years in white oak ex-bourbon casks. And then it should also have notes of wood, caramel, and almond on the palate is what they say.
Yeah, I was getting a sense of a woody, yeah.
Yeah, me too, especially with the nose. And then I was going through their website, which I'm going to put a link down below because it's so beautiful. They have this book of their history of their distillery in Havana. And you see like the old pictures and the old descriptions. And then at the very beginning of the book, they have this saying, which is, in Spanish is, como fuimos ayer, somos hoy, y queremos ser mañana, which means how we were before, we are today, and we want to be tomorrow.
Oh.
So you could definitely see that they have a true passion for rum and different spirits, because I don't know if you knew this too, is that when they were in Cuba, they distilled a ton of stuff besides rum. So originally, they were known as Havana Club Distillery. They were known as the Arechabala SA. And they did rum. They did gin. They also did cordials, vermouth.
So a lot of different stuff, right?
Yeah, which I thought was very interesting. I knew there was the Havana Club connection.
Right.
But I didn't know they had such a vast experience on different spirits as well.
Right. And I learned about a good bit more about the Arechabala story and from Christopher, who runs a website called Havana Club Collection. He, I believe, is the largest collector or has been certified or recognized as the largest Havana Club collector. And I had him on earlier this year, and he's reached out to family members in Spain and has actually been writing a biography book and has done a lot of research about the whole family. And it's kind of interesting, It's like we talked about. It's like there's history and rum, go together. Or again,
Absolutely.
we're focusing on rum here. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, it can go for any spirits, but again, it's always neat to find out a little bit more about the different histories of behind a bottle of rum or a company.
So anything you can share with us that he told you about the family? Because obviously they did escape Cuba and exile and left that whole, everything there, which is so incredible.
Everything but the recipe.
Right.
Right. And as we do know now that they had sold the recipe over to the Bacardis, which is now rebranded a U.S. version of Havana Club, which is, again, there's a whole big, and Christopher talks about that. Actually, there's that distinction. There's a big legal thing.
Yeah, because if you've tried, and I've personally tried, and we've both have tried the Havana Club from Cuba and the Havana Club that's made by Bacardi, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste the same. The notes are different.
And it's interesting is if the recipe was sold to the Bacardis, that's supposed to be the original. So I don't know. We'll leave it to everyone's got a different take on it, but yeah, they had their story is after when everyone knows probably knows the story as you mentioned about everyone leaving Cuba when Castro came and that changed the country and everybody fled, and most of them fled to Florida or Europe or wherever the case may be. But it's a very it's an unfortunate thing. I think that's to not get too into the political aspect of it, but for that to happen and to basically give up everything you've ever done and so forth. Now, I think that's what I've read or I've heard is that the one thing is what would allowed Bacardi to kind of pursue, because Bacardi had other facilities in Puerto Rico, so they were able to not be totally.
Oh.
So
they already, before going into exile, they already had.
Yeah, they had. Okay. Yeah, so even though they lost what they had in Cuba, at least they still had stuff going on in Puerto Rico to at least sustain. So yeah, so it's interesting. So yeah, it's interesting. I said it's always this is one of the rums there. Obviously, Ron is rum in Spanish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, or I say Ron. I said yeah. See again, she says a lot better than I do. And this is one of those. The names, the Havana Club. It holds a lot of that whole. That level of everyone knows who that is, right? Everyone always talks about
legacy.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Legacy,
good word for it. So yeah, this is and you mentioned before the podcast there that there was another bottle that you were thinking about or having afterthoughts about that you should have picked up. You told me about.
Oh my God. So we were talking a little bit earlier when I was looking at this bottle, because I was trying to get everything squared away so that when I got there, if we couldn't find the bottles that I wanted to obtain, I want to leave the suspense out there. So stay tuned for hopefully the next episode. I'm going to have the next rum bottle that I brought. The only thing that I'll say is that it is from Clement, which is the French Caribbean. I think they're from Martinique, Clement.
So is it an agricole?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be an agricole, but it has a very unique spin to it. And I was only able to acquire that bottle shipped from Germany.
Oh, wow.
So stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're aware of the next rare rum that I'm gonna have. I'm very excited for that one as well.
Yeah, that's a good good hook, I guess, to lure you in to keep you going there. So. And
then the other thing we were talking about is that when I went onto their website, I noticed that they actually have this version of this 140 anniversary bottle, but in the numbered version.
Okay.
But I only found out now that I'm in the U.S. and I wish I would have gotten it. They only made 900 of those bottles. So if you are in Europe, go ahead and scoop that up. If you have a nice bar setup,
Yeah.
that'll look beautiful on your bar.
So, well, you know somebody in Europe.
Oh, yeah. My brother. We'll see. I don't know. He doesn't drink, so I got to convince him to do these things for me.
Yeah. Well, he could be the mule for you, right?
Yeah.
I'd say you have to. Right.
Go vanilla. You're a vanilla
Oh, yep.
fan, so let's bring out the
Let's go ahead
cocoa.
and try it.
They also mentioned almond, so I think I have something that might be a little bit nutty, and we'll see if that.
I thought that was me. But I'm
Both
bummed.
of us.
So
Caramel, we already know.
So like the last bottle that we talked about here when we were together was, this is all in Spanish. I can't read this. So
I got to do the honors again.
So I'll have to, yes.
Let's see.
Plus it's really small fine print too, which I
Oh,
can't.
shoot, that's right.
I can't read. I'm getting really old here. So
It just gives a very brief description, like, Arechabala rum, extra age, unique rum with exquisite aroma and complexity and texture. Made today by old masters of rum from Cardenas, and selected by the family using the base style of long, like a long aging process with tradition, formulas, and methods preserved while the family was going through exile since 1960.
Wow.
Yeah, I really enjoy this rum.
It's definitely this is gonna be another one of those I'm gonna have to.
Do you want some ice, by the way?
Yeah, we can try a little bit. Let's see what type of.
Let's do the notes neat first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just bring tropical fruits out because they don't have specific. I thought they had cocoa beans for some reason. I keep on wanting to buy the wine one because it has more notes.
Oh, is it? So did you? I learned about this on obviously why, and maybe all people that do tastings do this. Why people swirl their glass, right? And what I learned from one of my guests, Rob Burr, has the Rob's Rum Report. Him and his wife are also the festival organizers for the Miami Rum Festival. I had him on the podcast.
I'm gonna be there. So
Excellent, yes.
The Miami Renaissance.
Yep, November 14th.
Rum Festival.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check out. One of the things that during the podcast he told me about was, if you swirl the glass, swirl the liquid around the glass, and if you drink all the liquid, then if you leave it out overnight, you can. If it says it was in a barrel, you can still get some notes and smells from it. So don't wash your glasses right away.
I won't.
You get to try. And it's just interesting. The next morning, it's because the oils from the barrel still stay on the glass, as you swirl it around.
That's so interesting.
Rather,
I had not heard that.
Yeah. So again, I've learned something, and that was something from, again, you learn something new from your guests, and that's why you have them on, because they have something interesting to tell you. So I'm just passing that little.
I love that.
That little nuance along to her.
So, do you want me to bring out the leather just to confirm? So I brought out
sure.
tropical fruits, the leather just to confirm.
Okay. So since this is like we're near Halloween, is this like Leatherface?
No.
Oh, okay, not the same. Okay.
Not the same one.
Same. Okay.
They say that this is more like what my previous guest described as like an old baseball leather glove.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So leather. Anything else? Here, I'll put this in the middle because I know there's a lot.
Okay.
They do say vanilla, pineapple. I can bring out tropical fruits. Although on their website, to be honest, they were saying that this has more of like a dried fruits sweetness to it.
So that'd be what? Dried fruit. And you were looking for a cocoa one?
Yeah, but they don't have
They
it.
have like a yeah, I guess.
I don't know why I thought
chocolate
Cascade or chocolate was cocoa, but it's not.
Yeah. Oh, there's a distinct difference between even toffee too. Okay.
Because caramel is like on the sweeter side than toffee. I'm gonna bring out the tropical fruits just because they claim they have vanilla, pineapple, so that kind of.
Yeah, it's definitely doesn't seem like it has a dry, a dry smell. You definitely pick up a a very, I don't want to say sweet in a bad way, or I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean like, how most people can associate rum to being all sugary and so forth, which of course we all know. Yes, rum is made from sugar cane and so forth, but yeah, as you mentioned, that you do have that bit of a fruity kind of, smell, or profile. And again, too, I still get that, even from here, that woody kind of that profile too.
Do you want me to do the Cascade since it's 18 years?
Yeah, let's do Cascade.
I still haven't detected anything with Cascade in it. Because this one is very particular.
And again, that's amazing right here. So 18 years it's been, in just aging for 18 years, right? So, and if this has been actual 18 years, right, then this is, so this is 40% volume. So it's got about 80, that seem right? Is that 80 proof? 80 proof, 40% volume? Again, I don't know how it, with the...
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe Europe, European, just trying to look at the labeling here. But yeah.
So we'll see. We can start with the...
We're all learning together.
Yes. We can start with the fruity...
Okay.
Tropical fruits.
All right.
I don't know.
No, this is strong. This is the...
I don't think so either.
No, that's a little bit too, not
too fruity.
That's too fruity, yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Now,
I definitely don't pick up that.
Let's see, leather.
Okay. Ooh.
Did you expect this to be aged in ex-bourbon casks?
I didn't, and to be honest, I think I really didn't do a whole lot of, research into, this particular, rum. I was just excited I really didn't care because I was excited because I just, was able to, even try it. But yeah, and again, it's surprising. And I think, again, I don't know if this is where those of you that are watching can, kind of comment there and, whether everything of a certain age is always in a certain type of, but again, as your last guest, right, you converted him over to the dark side, right?
I wish.
Oh,
no.
he's still on the fence?
He's still on the fence, he said.
Oh, okay.
So that's why he walked the plank.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, well, more rum for me.
Well, he did say now that he is out hunting, as he calls it, for bourbons, and if he sees something that he finds interesting, he'll let me know and see if he can get my approval, which makes me happy, which means like I opened up his mind more to rum. So
that's good. There's a lot out there that are definitely very close. So I don't, this leather, I don't pick that up. That's a little too
leathery.
Leathery,
if that's a word.
Yeah, that's a little.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Now again, I don't know if it's leather is leather, I guess, but or all of these different aromas are no matter where you are in the world, it's all should be the same, right?
And do you know what else I noticed is that the first swig that I took out when I drank this first tasted different than the second time I went to go pick it up.
It's just like tasting and sampling is your taste buds will get blown out because now
That makes
you've
sense.
over it,
Yeah.
right? And you got to give it a break. And just
Yeah.
like hearing too is you're hearing too much, so much music that you're focusing on certain things. Not talking loudness, but I'm just talking about. And our sound engineer will correct me later after the show. But yeah, so very similarly, where if you're doing a lot of samplings, you could ultimately like lose that kind of
Yeah.
flavor. But again, it's interesting that you had a different experience
I
the second
did.
time than you did the first time. So
And I think it's because it's opening up. It's opening up a little bit. And now I'm getting more like caramel notes. For sure.
and I can't remember who I was talking to, or I was watching maybe something where if you get it where it goes up into, after you swallow it and it goes up into your nostrils, you can get a
Yeah.
little bit of that too. And then it's very sweet. It does have a nice, yeah, you're right. I think it's one of those you let it
opening
kind of
up,
open
huh?
up a little bit more.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should leave this open.
So there you go. That's that pop of the cork is just as
A two for
just
today.
Two for two.
Okay, so the next one is the cask aged.
All right, let's see what we got.
That one's really faint.
Yeah, it is very faint. It's
Should I put some more on it? I feel like I
I don't
didn't dip
know.
it enough, but I am detecting.
you could tell the right. You could
Yeah,
tell the wood.
yeah.
You definitely could tell there's barrel there. There's that. I mean, yeah. All spirits go into a barrel pretty much, right? For the most part. But what I would say is interesting is there have you seen anywhere in some of these kits that they have a difference between what type of barrels? And again, most of them are, oak barrels or,
Yeah,
and again, bourbons only allowed to use virgin
white,
oak, right,
like
yeah.
white oak,
And
white American oak. Yeah.
So now here's something to think about. It would be interesting, and I'm sure some of this for companies, I would think. And again, I'm not I'm not an expert. I just play one on TV. But I would be interested to know is like when distillers and we've got a few distillers that have been on the various shows and so forth. Is to ask this question is the barrels that they get, you're going to get a different flavor profile, not just because of the wood, but just what was in it exactly before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Bourbon. Some people say bourbon is bourbon. Well, we know that's not just like
Yeah.
rum. Not all rum is rum. It's different. There's different kind of variances or nuances and so forth. But just because it's the common thing is the barrel, or
Yeah.
the type of barrel. What was actually in the barrel to help give it a different profile?
Exactly.
Especially 18 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If these are barrels that are at least 18 years old, because if the rum is that old, what type of spirits were being kind of made almost 20 years ago? So I mean, there's some interesting kind of things I would like to learn a little bit more and understand a little bit more about. That is some of those aging processes, especially when it comes to barrel aged for longer periods of time.
And then the other interesting thing is the raw material. Like on their website, they don't talk about owning a sugar plantation, or they don't talk about like where they get their molasses, or if it's from sugar cane. Like they don't talk about that,
Right.
which is another
Secret. The
a
family
secret
secret.
recipe.
So, yeah, it's definitely you can get certain hints of it right now. Obviously, people that are very well, and again, we're enthusiasts, and we're
Not experts.
we're both building our palates and so forth to be able to age. Some people may say other rums from the Caribbean, the different Caribbean islands, right? Because every island in the Caribbean has their version of what rum is. Whether it's a real funky, like you're drinking, earthy, very earthy
Yeah.
type of rum, the funky rum, is
Yeah.
what everyone calls it.
Jamaican, French.
Right. And even from that, it's there's a different. So yeah, no, it's by any means, this is superior. This is superior stuff. Yes, for sure.
Now, if you had my treasure chest, and you had only 4 spots for rum in your treasure chest, would you put this in your treasure chest?
I would. Is that all? Oh, you want me to expound upon that?
No.
Oh.
If you would.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Because, and this is not, and again, a few reasons. One is, I think, for us here in the U.S., and again, I'm sure it is like this the rest of the world, everywhere, getting your hands on different products to try is very difficult.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
So difficult.
So I think that's one there is, this is something that we cannot here in the U.S. get our hands on very easily. And thank you for, acquiring it. And again, this is one of those where it will be very guarded on how much is actually would be shared, right? You're definitely not going to finish.
So
this off.
sorry, but no free samples this time for this one.
Right? Yeah. what we had, what Nia had to go to, right? So that's one thing there. I think the availability, right, of it is one reason why. Two is just love the history too, right? That's a big thing there, and again too because of that availability. It's definitely something that if somebody comes to your house,
Nostalgia,
and you've got this up on your bar. Someone's gonna be like, wow, what is that? So there's some aspect of that too. So it is, the flavor, this is great. It's definitely would be up there. So what it roughly did this go for when you purchased it?
that was 66 euros.
Okay. So it's about what 80? I guess
80 bucks.
80 US dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's about what the going price for high quality,
Yeah.
premium craft.
The only difference is, at least, I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of the rums that claim to be aged at I want to say 10 years plus, usually it's a combination. They're blended rums. They're like, okay, we have a 5-year, a 13-year, or like they blend years. They blend rums of different years to get to that.
Right.
This is a single aged rum. It's not a blend.
Right.
Which is so impressive to me.
There's different approaches of that just being a single like a single malt, I guess.
Yeah.
Is right. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that definitely that nuance. And again, as any rum company, as most know, you're starting out. You're not starting. If somebody's just started out their company, and they've got an aged rum of older than the age of the company, unless they didn't acquire somebody else.
Yeah.
There's no way that unless there's some story about they've been making a rum before they actually became a company or whatever. But we know that most newer companies don't have a 23-year
No way.
age unless it's blended
Yeah.
or something to that effect.
But then it's like they're picking other companies' rums to blend.
Yeah, and
Which takes
yeah.
skill. I'm
Yep,
not
yep.
gonna.
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
be right. That's why there's
it's-
master blenders. Right?
Yeah. But this is just a whole nother level for me. So yeah, I agree. This definitely is treasure chest approved. I try to bring my treasure chest. It did not fit in my car. So stay tuned on my IG. You'll see a video of me replacing and which bottle I replaced for this one on my treasure chest.
This sounds scandalous actually. Who's
And-
getting bumped? Right.
Because I want to be like when people come over and they're like, what's that? What's in there?
Yeah.
I can 100% sure be 100% confident that what I'm taking out is like the top of the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Excellent.
And speaking of bringing stuff, I did bring you a gift.
Oh.
Well, more than one gift, but
But wait, there's more.
I actually brought you a bottle just for you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. You shouldn't have. Look at that. Look at that. Nice in the bottle here, or box. And they're with 140 anniversary, 1878 to 2014. So it's definitely, like we said, if you're not very familiar with the Arechabala or Havana Club or the history, definitely check it out. I'm sure you'll have some links to some of those things in your show notes and so forth. But there's a lot of interesting history there. Let's go ahead and open it up.
And it survived the trip.
There we go. Look at that. So, well, thank you, Nia. I'm really, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it there.
And I got you some stickers. And this will come in handy if you are going to come down to the Miami Rum.
Oh, okay.
For you to put your little glass in there.
Very nice.
A lanyard.
Okay. Oh, this is something I don't have. I have a lanyard now, but yeah, I will. Yes, I will be there.
So it fits this glass
Okay.
perfectly. So the great thing is, when you are doing the tastings, you can just snap it off and then
hand
put
it
the
off.
yeah.
Yep. Excellent. So
Super convenient.
this is very cool. I like this, and appreciate it. And we'll get some. And I'm working on in my set in my some more stuff on the back wall there behind where everybody normally sees me. So I know everybody judges people when they're on these Zoom calls about what their backgrounds look like. So
Oh, but I love your background.
I'm stepping it up, and it'll be really surprising with what's coming soon on. I'll just say is ways for me to display bottles of rum
Ooh.
on the wall there, but with a drum twist to it.
Oh, shoot.
So yes, so stay tuned to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll put the links down below.
Yep.
So since you already have your bottle, do you want to try this on ice?
Sure. You want me to open mine?
No.
Okay.
Please don't. That's
Okay.
all for you.
Okay.
For all your
All
enjoyment.
right. Well, I appreciate it. That's the best kind of rum. Somebody else's rum.
Yeah. Now, I have two options. Do you want little pieces of ice here, or I have regular big glasses with big chunks of ice?
Yeah, let's go in big chunks of ice.
Okay.
You still see that all the liquid's gone, right? You can,
Yeah, I'm going to leave it there.
yeah, so you could still leave it
Okay.
afterwards. and
I'll
so
be
forth.
back.
All right.
Here we can
There you
do
go.
the little switcheroo.
All right. Okay.
A little bit of water. It's
That's
okay.
all right. All right.
So the last little cheers.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you, Nia, for having me on today.
Thank you for coming, Paul.
Yeah, this is great. We definitely are going to stay connected and collab, and like we said, the Miami Rum Festival, and I'm sure we're going to be definitely doing more stuff together.
Yeah, for sure.
here,
And
so.
by the way, huge shout out. One of your followers started following me.
Excellent.
So shout out to Bryce Field. Thank you so much. I did welcome you on board, so I appreciate you subscribing,
Nice.
commenting. I really feel the love from your people too.
Excellent. This is it, the rum community,
So
right?
yeah,
So,
gotta love it.
Yep. Wow, that ice just really changes it, right? It just
So you lose the burn or the hug for sure. And then it just gets so much smoother.
yeah. I still get it. Still get it up in the top. The bite isn't as significant as just neat. I do feel like I lose the initial, that sweetness with the ice.
Yeah. I agree.
Somebody a previous guest had told me when asked about neat or ice, and they said they keep their rum chilled, or is the glasses chilled? Because now you're not introducing ice.
Other liquid. Yeah.
Right, so you chill like a beer glass.
Yeah.
Right, you chill the glass, and then it still gives that different type. So it's interesting. So it's and definitely I don't see this being mixed with anything.
And I was thinking I would love to do some daiquiris with
Okay,
this.
there you go.
Or maybe like some rum old fashions.
That would probably be pretty good. That would be a little. Make sure you post those because it'll be a pretty good your thoughts and your reviews on making some cocktails with it.
This
then.
is so good.
Yes.
With the ice, is just perfection.
I don't smoke a cigar. I don't smoke cigars, but I'm sure it probably would go very well with a cigar. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already thinking of that. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, Paul. I so appreciate it. As always, such a great time. And thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. Comment down below if you've tried this rum. Would love to hear if you had it on the rocks or a cocktail. Make sure you follow Paul. He has a ton of stuff going on. If you like music and rum, specifically drums, this is definitely the podcast to subscribe to listen to. Again, he has a lot of stuff on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. So click on the link down below and give him some love.
Excellent. And thank you for sporting the shirts,
Yeah.
the Drums and Rums shirt there today.
I'm a true fan, guys. I'm a true fan.
So Nia is a what we call a
Alumni.
drums and rums alum. Say that 10 times fast. So yes, well, thank you, Nia, for having me on. This is totally a blast, and it's a total surprise. Also, thank you for the gift. It was definitely was really cool of you to bring back a little travel trip. So I'd love to also hear about the trip too. I know you did you post some stuff on your IG, but
I did.
I'm sure it was probably very fast, interesting traveling and so forth. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's called part of your rum diaries, right?
Yep.
So
Stay tuned for the vlog because I will have a vlog of my trip to go get this and the other rare rum that I got.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. Look forward to the next rum.